Hello, it's Aldana, and today we're going to be going through a few decks that I'm loving right now. I actually have been wanting to do a video of this one for a while. I've put a lot of pictures of it on my Instagram, but I haven't actually done a walkthrough. So this is the Aurum Tarot by Destiny, and it's so luxe and so up my alley. I saw it first on The Hermit's Cave. Simon showed it on his channel, and I immediately went out and bought it. So this is the box that it comes with. A couple of extra cards. Very gold, inside, outside. Very shiny. Thanks for your support. Just an extra card. These are the backs, obviously. Title card. Another double-sided. And this is my certificate. I'm 827 of 1,000. I don't really know how true the artists are to shipping them out in sequential order. So I don't know if there are only truly less than 200 decks left. But if you do like this, I recommend, purchasing it soon, though, because there could only be 200 left. So I decided a fancy deck needed a fancy case. So I purchased this leather. It looks so beat up in this light. I have to clean it again. Anyway, it's a leather pouch for these beautiful cards. It does not, these cards are not in order. I'm sorry, because I've been using them, and I just didn't want to take the time to do that today. So the edges are not gilded. They come in this kind of, like a beige kind of color. It complements the deck well. I honestly think that gilding would have been too much, because literally almost every spot in this is covered in a gold reflective foil. So all those darker spots, my light isn't really picking up there we go, the sheen of it. You see up top there? So everything darker is like reflective, but it is still Pixie's artwork, Pixie's font. It's just that there are these random splotches of gold foil everywhere. So let me, as I'm talking, show you a few more. This one, it's at the bottom. These are truly more stunning in person. I don't know how else to say that, but they just feel so lovely in the hand. They're quality cardstock, standard tarot size, great bounce back, and they shuffle, like I said, really well. King of Swords. See, here it just looks like mud, but in real life, when you have the light reflecting, it looks really fancy. I love these images. I love Pixie's images. So anytime I can find a variation of the Rider-Waite Smith, I grab it. Sometimes you got to switch things up. I love the comfort of the images on this deck, but still it's so nice to be able to see them in a slightly different way, with the addition of embellishments and different color palettes. There's a lot of cool stuff out there lately. All right, so this is the Aurum Tarot by Destiny. I did order right from the creator's website. I will be honest, the shipping cost almost as much as the deck did. On Etsy, it's listed at $50, something like that. But then I think the shipping is like 45. It's crazy. But you know what? I knew that I would fall in love with it when I got it and that I would use it a lot, which I have been. So I justified the cost. It's a pricey item, pricey investment, but I've already gotten a lot of use out of it. You get the idea. I love this robin's egg blue with the gold. It looks so pretty. Very nice. It's the Emperor. Yeah, like the red in his robe pops with the gold and the orange. Look at the yellow sky with the gold. It's just so pretty. A lot of gold on this one. There's one, I may have already passed it because I wasn't paying attention. Oh, the star is nice too. I like the gold with the green of the grass and the blue. But I think it's the Eight of Cups. The color blue of the sky is so pretty. Yeah, I think I already passed it. Oh, no, I didn't. Yay. It's like like a dusty blue. It's not a navy. But again, it looks so pretty with the foil. Okay, so that is the Aurum Tarot. Highly recommend it. All right, the next few are mass market decks that have recently been published. They're relatively new to me. I love this one. It's the Flower Child Tarot. Oh, sorry, the Aurum Tarot did not come with a guidebook, but as you can see, it's very true to the original artwork, so any book about the Rider-Waite-Smith system will help you there. This is the guidebook for the Flower Child Tarot. You get a nice amount of information, full color illustrations, you get some spreads. It's very well done. The artist is Kira Cyan. She's an artist. This is the back. It's by Page Street Publishing. And I bought this on Amazon. Nice sturdy box. Okay. So these cards, first of all, the cardstock is spectacular. It's a silky matte, very smooth, great thickness of cards. It's a, nice hefty deck here that shuffles really well, and it just feels good in the hands. All right, so this deck reminds me, it's almost like a cross between, I want to say like maybe the Moon Baby and then the Trippin Waite. Oh gosh, I can't remember. James Battersby. They have a whole company and they do all the variations on RWS. They have like a Halloween Waite. They have a springtime Waite with sparkles. So this one reminds me of the Trippin Waite. And again, I'll put that publisher down below. But aren't these fun? They are so bright and so happy for spring and summer. Today is actually the summer solstice, so it's a perfect deck to use right now. It's not too hippie. I would say it's more like fairy and fantasy than hippie. But like the font looks like it's from the 60s and some of the characters and the colors are very, pastel-y and pretty. Speaking of pastel, I just ordered the pastel Waite from Taiwan. I saw somebody had posted pictures of it on Instagram, and I went digging a little deeper and I couldn't find anything about it. There were very few videos. So I ordered it and I'll do a walkthrough when I get it. It's another one where it's Pixie's artwork, but the colors have been changed to soft pinks and blues and greens. It's really cool looking. Stay tuned for that one. But isn't this fun? And the backs are a sun with flowers. It's just a perfect summer deck. I like the little frogs everywhere. It's got diversity. Makes me happy. I like the eyes. So you get the vibe. Pretty Queen of Swords. The World. I love it. This one has been on my desk since it arrived. It's just like perfect for this time of year. And that is the Flower Child Tarot. All right, 2 down. This one is also a mass market deck and very different from the one I just showed you. This has a very much cat black feel to it. It's like almost like a medieval deck. So this is the guidebook. It's very chunky. There's no color. There are no color illustrations, but that's okay. It's funny, even though it's called The Influence of the Angels, I don't see it as a particularly religious deck. I see the little angels. You don't even hardly see them in a lot of the images. They're just like little kind of helpers and guides, and I love the expressions on their faces. Sometimes they're like disappointed. Sometimes they're there to warn you when something dangerous is about to happen. It's almost like I don't want to say seek and find, but I do. I look to the angels first to see what they're doing. It's like a good hint as to what is about to happen or is happening. So that's the guidebook. These are the backs. I feel like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find my sample card right now. But I think it, you know what? Here, let me do this. These I know are standard. Yeah. So you can see they are a little bit taller and a little bit wider than standard size. But that's okay, I like it. This was produced by US Games, and I have to say, of all the mass market companies, they have my favorite cardstock, hands down. If it's a US Games deck, I'm going to buy it. I just love it. Let's see, does it say? So this is by Jody Baginski Barbesi, and Karen Baginski. I love this color back. It's pretty blue. It's like a dusky blue, just like that Eight of Cups I showed you in the Aurum Tarot. Very similar. So why these remind me of the Cat Black are the matte gold borders, and I think it is like a collage, art collage deck like hers are. There are gilt edges, shiny gold, but there's no foiling on the actual cards themselves. I think they are a linen finish. Pretty sure they are. And they shuffle very well. All right, so let's go through some of these. All right, so here, like for example, I don't even know if you could see, the angel in the picture is so faint, but you kind of know it's there for, I guess, help or support. That might be a better word for this card. The Three of Pentacles, look, she's smiling, happy that they're working together. Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Ten of Wands. It's almost as if she's like, come on, you can do it. Just a little further. Six of Wands. Anyway, I have this brand new medieval oracle, and I think it's going to look really fantastic with this deck because it also has kind of the yellowy gold backgrounds, and yeah, it's a really cool deck. I'm going to do a walkthrough just of that very soon. Nine of Wands, the Lovers. This looks like it's from the Majestic Tarot on the cover. Their faces are like, whoa. This beautiful High Priestess. Eight of Wands. Eight of Swords. Two of Swords. Ten of Cups. It's just so pretty. The names of the angels, I think, are also listed. The major arcana are all angels themselves, I think. And the guidebook does talk about the different ones. Again, I'm not religious. I'm not Catholic. I was raised Lutheran, but I'd say I'm more spiritual than religious. But these little angels don't offend me. I see them as helpers. Ace of Cups. Sun. Five. Interesting. There's a big sense of urgency here. Usually the guy's tiptoeing away. Isn't she pretty? I love her flower crown. The Devil. Two of Cups. love this card too. So much. All right, so that's it. You get the idea. It is mass market. It's very pretty. Great cardstock. If you're into collage and medieval imagery, this deck is for you. Why did I do that? Okay. And I have two more quick ones to show you. This one came today. This also was shown to me on the Hermit's Cave channel. It's the Daydream Tarot deck. Simon was doing his intro, and I fell in love with the quirky imagery. That's the Judgment card. You'll see it's so good. It's very like Tim Burton-esque. All right, so the Daydream Tarot deck, the perfect deck for a Rider-Waite Smith lover who is not afraid of color and humor in their readings, each exquisitely illustrated in a surreal, dreamlike style that evokes imagination and curiosity. It's not only a treasure for the eyes, it's a treasure for the soul. Okay. Oh, it does not come with a guidebook, but the box is sturdy. I really don't know much about the creator. It had one of those odd names on Amazon, and I was a little concerned that either it was a knockoff or, you know, it might even be AI. I'm not sure. I can't tell 100%. But the imagery was like cute enough that I think I can overlook that. It's hard to tell. I don't know. All right, so the I think I read somewhere it's like 400 GSM cardstock. These are very thick cards. They're a matte, but they're not super silky. You can hear it's almost like resisting my fingers. The edges are nicely rounded, and they are borderless. So let's see. Maybe if you guys can throw some comments in about whether you think it's AI or not. I don't think it's fantastical enough, if that makes sense. Usually the AI ones are very detailed and ornate, and this seems like it's truly been illustrated. So I'm hopeful that it's just somebody's artwork, though no credit to an artist was given. So I'm just scratching my head. But isn't that sweet? I love it. The cards. 6 of Swords. 4 of Pentacles. Sometimes the meanings don't correlate to the images. I mean, this one, okay. You know, it's the balance card. You kind of have something in each hand. And to do anything else, you'll have to drop one of the things, the pentacles. So the way they're kind of propped up next to each other, maybe it is. Maybe you could go for that. 8 of Wands. Again, this is kind of weird because she's standing there. It's almost more like the 8 of Swords. 8 of Wands is usually a lot more about movement. The Empress is beautiful. That could go as a celebration, I guess. Little Page of Swords. The Hangman. The Knight of Wands. This like doesn't fit somehow. That it's two distinct styles. Some of it's very like juvenile, and some of it's more romantic or fairy tale-ish. You'll see. Beautiful sun. Judgment. Isn't that great? All eyes watching. Beautiful 2 of Cups. The Emperor. Can see that. 10 of Swords. I mean, maybe he's overcome the swords and now he's looking towards a brighter future. He's walking through the 10 or the 8. He has 2 of them in his hands. Beautiful Queen of Swords. 2 of Wands. 8 of Pentacles. Fool. Queen of Cups. I wouldn't associate this with the 9 of Pentacles. Where's the lush garden? Where's the bird? Looks like he's going into a dark forest. Ace of Pentacles. 9 of Wands. That one's okay. 3 of Pentacles. Might be a stretch. Great Hermit. Ace of Wands. Beautiful Wheel of Fortune. Slightly creepy 2 of Swords. 6 of Wands. 8 of Swords, that works. 8 of Cups. Doesn't work for me. Queen of Pentacles. Justice. 7. The Tower, which is fine and good, but there's no lightning strike. There's no, it looks like everything's business as usual. 7 of Swords. 5 of Pence. 5 of Cups. These are also very pippish. Because 4, it's just 4 teacups. 3, well, you'll see. That's 5. Temperance is gorgeous. King of Wands is cute. So here's the 4. They're just stacked on top of each other. I could make this work too. Like, they're full, they're saturated. Magician. King of Pentacles. Hierophant. Again, creepy eyes. 6 of Cups. This looks more like the 7 to me. 4 of Swords. I don't mean to be so negative. I truly don't. And I went through this deciding whether I was actually going to keep it or not, because I can return it. It was from Amazon. But I love enough of the images to keep it. And I'm familiar enough with the Rider-Waite-Smith system that I can pretty much make any illustration work with a card meaning if I have to. So I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. 9 of Cups. 5 of Wands. There are 6 people. The Star. The Sword. Ace. Here's the Page of Wands. King of Cups. 6 of Pentacles. This is another one of those childlike images, like the Strength card with the little character. Chariot. She's beautiful. 3 of Cups. 3 of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. 9 of Swords. 10 of Cups. 7 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. Again, this is a very lonely, the 10 of Pence usually has the family generations together celebrating. And it looks like he's skulking off into the dark woods. Just doesn't quite match. And then this guy looks totally bewildered for the Ace of Cups. Maybe he's not expecting a relationship and something's coming his way. I don't know. So take it as you will. I do really like it. It shuffles really satisfyingly so. And I do like the majority of the cards, even though some of them don't quite match up with what's being shown. All right, and then for my last one, I'll just do a quick. This is also a mass market deck that I got, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. It's the Witch's Shadow Work Oracle by Claire Gogarty, illustrated by Tiana Lukovic. For me, the real highlight of this deck is the guidebook. So this is by Watkins Publishing. Moon goddesses, bird souls, wolves, rebels, archetypes, and magical creatures all are intertwined in these 40 gorgeous artworks. Each card is full of hidden meanings and associations to help you confront and integrate your shadow self psychologically and magically. Nice sturdy box with the thumb holes. There is gold foil. Let's see how to show that. Well, it's not really showing up here, but anything that's gold on the box is done in like a gold paint or gold foil. Okay, these are the backs, same as the fronts. They are very glossy, both sides, but it's okay. I think I'm going to edge these in a gray or a black. I think that might be nice. So normally when I purchase Oracle decks, I need to see keywords under the titles of the cards. I don't always necessarily want to be referring to a guidebook when I'm using an Oracle deck. I just want to be able to look at the card, see what the meaning is, and then see how it relates to the tarot cards that I've already pulled. As you can see, this one does not have that. However, when I did start going into the guidebook for each card, I realized that there definitely is value in this deck, and also in, I feel like I can learn what these images and titles represent. All right, well, let's look at the guidebook. So it's into 4 parts, the way they've organized the cards, which is a little tricky because there are no numbers on the cards. I think these symbols represent the 4 different sections, so at least you would know where to look. There's another one in the guidebook. Looks like a bird, a flower, kind of like a fairy or a butterfly. But you can also search by title of the card. So let's look for the well, because that's the one I pulled out. So it's in part 2, the dream world. Oops, sorry. So page 63. Okay. The well asks, what truths have you hidden? So again, a lot of these questions are going to be about shadow work. Here's the judge. The judge asks, are you judgmental? The flower girl asks, do you notice the beauty in the everyday? The Selkie asks, are you your own person? The friend asks, "Are you holding a grudge?" All right, so you get the idea. And then you have an interpretation. So what truths have you hidden? Elves have been associated with supernatural powers and spirits throughout history in many different cultures. The miracle of life-giving water springing from the depths of the earth has generated water-based myths, rituals, and deities. Wells are often, it's so bright you guys can't see what I'm reading. Wells are often seen as places of healing and pilgrimage where the ill and troubled find comfort and can leave offerings. Wells were where people, frequently women, gathered to draw water and exchange information. If a well fell into disrepair or its water became polluted or diminished, the community suffered. But when the water was pure and abundant, harmony and health prevailed. Wells are places of deep mystery. The water that provides sustenance and life is often a long way down. You must peer into its depths to find it. Likewise, many of our uncomfortable feelings and patterns of behavior are buried deep in our subconscious. We must bravely take the plunge and go back to the source to reveal them. Then we can make whatever changes are necessary. As the ancient Greek philosopher Democritus reminds us, truth lies at the bottom of a well. Then there's an affirmation. I welcome and accept the uncomfortable feelings that lie deep within me. Then there's a visualization. Dreaming of a well filled with water symbolizes the abundance of happiness and well-being stored in your subconscious that you can draw upon again and again. And then each card has a special activity to do, either some sort of ritual or little craft project, or like, for example, keep a dream diary. Here's the warrior. So the mantra is, I choose forgiveness because it brings peace. And then the activity is to contact a good friend. So anyway, I highly recommend this deck. I've just really started delving into it, but I think it's going to be useful. If not with other decks, tarot decks, then even by itself. I can see pulling a card and maybe journaling or doing that little activity. I like it. So that is the Witch's Shadow Work Oracle. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Wow, 38 minutes. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.